What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub, and let's get into this. Yes, Helldivers again. Helldivers 2, which really never recovered from that whole kerfluffle of having your PlayStation Network account linked, even if you weren't playing it on PlayStation. And then never mind the fact that all of those countries which didn't have access to the PlayStation Network, and so Steam delisted it, they still haven't gotten the game back. The player numbers have never recovered, and just general word of mouth. I still don't play Helldivers. It's just kind of an icky feeling. Yeah, I said icky. And the community managers, the purple pigeons, whatever the hell their names are, just still here. Yeah, remember the one that slandered, lied about Grum, saying he did some illicit behavior with no proof? Yeah. Well, they're back at it again. So Helldivers 2 Moderator bans users for vomit reacting to LGBTQ plus furry art, then removes the emote as player base continues to shrink. Do they know about shrinkage? As Helldivers 2 Moderator bans multiple users for reacting to LGBTQ furry art with the vomit reaction, and then removes the emote for the vomit, the green little... Yeah, all of this comes as the player base, of course, is shrinking. According to Steam database, Helldivers 2 has seen its player base massively shrink since its peak in February of 458,000 concurrent players. The most recent 24-hour peak is 52,000. So over 400,000 players less. Amidst this decline in the player base, one of the game's moderators in its Discord began banning players for vomit reacting to a piece of LGBTQ furry art, which I think I found after much scrolling. Moderator Tetra Katart, who lists pronouns of she, her, and then they, them in her bio, as well as featuring an LGBTQIA plus rainbow, currently has the username of a mouse, posted on June 10th. Gender ideology here. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Gender ideology, or identity rather, is not politics. It's literally someone's identity. Here in the HD2 server, we have a zero tolerance policy on any sort of bigotry or hate. The topic of gender identity, especially this month, is not one that's not allowed. What isn't allowed is all the negativity towards people trying to celebrate who they are. Fucking Foxkin. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Also, in the same vein, if you are attempting to bait people by flagrantly injecting your sexuality into the combo just to start fights, that will also result in a timeout. Now it's time to move the topic along, because it's very clear right now it's not one we can have civilly. So just a little fucking tyrant. Ironically, this policy makes absolutely no sense, giving pushing of sexual orientation and transgender ideology is by definition hate and adherence to those. Oh God, he's so funny when he does that shit. Nevertheless, the moderator announced that she was going to ban people who use the vomit reaction on posts promoting LGBTQ. She wrote, if you want to go ahead and vomit react to people's art that they put hours, days, even weeks or months into, I'm going to give you a 24-hour ban. It's so rude. It costs nothing to literally not be a jerk. Yes, and it's also free to be a jerk. And so in what now appears to be a deleted post shared by Grums, the moderator said, this is a reminder that if you want to vomit react about furry art, yeah, and here you go, you can see everyone just making fun of him. This is your reminder that if you want to vomit react furry art or be a jerk about furry art, that you are lining up for a 24-hour timeout by me with that smiley emoji. Just so self-righteous, so happy with themselves. You can see Grums here posting, Helldivers is not politically free. It's not free at all. There's no free speech whatsoever. The @Helldivers 2 mod, who was demoted for falsely accusing me of sexual harassment, is on a huge banning spree. And a ban is a ban, even if it's a temporary one. It's still a ban. He is banning anyone for reaching out to LGBTQ fan art with a thumbs down or vomit emoji. Despite claiming a thumbs down is okay, he lied. Now he is doing suspensions for anyone disliking Furry art. He keeps changing his name to hide when called out, as if people wouldn't notice. Why do you keep employing, tagging Arrowhead Studios here, why do you keep employing such a destructive, power-tripping moderator? He's violating your no politics policy and making Helldivers look terrible while accusing people of things they never did. Thanks to TA Archcast and an anonymous tipster who sent them. Then this all the pictures that we've been seeing in this article. To Grums' point, the moderator responded to one person who accurately described the moderator as the pronoun mod and angry, writing, saying stuff like this makes my job so easy to just ban. Funny when they say it like that and then later on try to say, no, I'm not banning people. As noted above, woke cultists lie, double down, and project. Moderator claimed he said she, or he, which is it? Either way. So I didn't ban anyone for an emoji. Oh, yes, that clever language. What did you ban them for? Something else, right? Next, they played semantic word games. I also think a lot of you don't understand the difference between a ban and a timeout. I've timed out people for spamming, which is in the for spamming. So now it's a timeout and it's for spamming, not for doing a thumbs down or the vomit emoji. Also, a vomit emoji isn't a critique. It's just people shitting on furries to shit on furries. It has nothing to do with your art. Your art is amazing. I'd also prefer they line up with the emote reactions. It's like they are lining up for their timeout and makes my life so easy. So it's on a kick. Anything that anyone does, whether it's actually against the rules, if they don't agree with this, a mouse, who we all know who you are, yeah. The moderator would go on to post, despite what you all may believe, this is not a democracy and your freedom of speech is not guaranteed here. You do not have the right to be mean, rude, toxic, or hateful. So anything is a critique or doesn't fall in line is mean, rude, toxic, or hateful. If you got an issue with that, then that seems like a you problem. If you want to be hateful, take it to somewhere else. And here we go again, trying to semanticals. I am giving people timeouts specifically because I want them to come back and think real hard about what they've done and come back and be better and do it. What a cunt. If they come back and continue to do stuff that warrants a timeout, that's on them. You're replying to someone where you and many others are wrong about is that it's not a sensitivity thing. It is bullying and it is toxic. The only toxic bully I see is this a mouse. We have a rule in the server about it, and I am enforcing that rule. If you have a problem with me telling people not to be shitty and toxic, then that's kind of weird for you. Eventually, entirely removing the emote altogether. The emotes were removed because everyone has taken an issue with me saying don't vote. Yeah, everyone, meaning you are in the fucking wrong. The moderator would also go on to write, I'm not being paid to be nice, and I don't owe sugarcoat. They pay you? You can put the blame on me all you want. And I have. And I said don't do something and people chose to do it. The ball was in their courts. And yes, everyone is spamming, including people posting furry art trying to counter it. Last thing we heard here is not that I particularly want to continue this conversation, but for clarity's sake, no one is getting banned for vomit reacting. Lies. Situation is I said don't vomit react to the art. It's rude. And later I specified Fury art specifically because Fury art was quite literally the only art with vomit reactions on it. It's not that clearly you do care. It's not that I care that people want to negatively react, but it was clearly a targeted thing. So I said, if you vomit react, I will give you a 24-hour timeout. And then people vomit reacted and were surprised when I timed them out. Again, I want to be clear. No one got banned, except they did get banned. They got banned for 24 hours. Even if you call it a timeout, it is a ban. I'll bet a temporary one. And so here's the update from Grums. Instead of punishing the Helldivers mod who went on a ban and suspension spree for anyone using the thumbs down or vomit emote on furry art or LGBTQ fan art, they removed emojis entirely from their Discord. Bro, you haven't left, get out of that Discord. The Helldivers moderation team is a complete joke. This mod made multiple false accusations of sexual assault against me and is now a power-tripping, ban-happy, unstable individual that keeps getting Helldivers into trouble and yet is still employed. And yes, I did, and after much scrolling, I believe that this was the original fan art that got someone and then multiple people to do the puke emoji. And here we are, because even now, if you just say you don't like anything or you react with an emote or a thumbs down that's in their own goddamn Discord, they ban you even temporarily and then remove the emotes outright, because you are not allowed to not follow the agenda. You are not allowed to not bow to the ideology. The Rainbow Mafia will own all. And if you don't, well, bye, bigot. Racist, sexist, toxic bigot. Racist, sexist, toxic bigot. That's going to be my new mantra. I love it. I love singing it just the way they do. Anyway, let me know what you think of this. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
Well, bye.